The year 2023 has a numerological value of 7, which is a highly introspective and spiritual number. It is associated with spiritual growth, introspection, wisdom, and intuition. It's a year that may encourage individuals to delve deeper into their spiritual and intellectual pursuits, seek knowledge and truth, and explore their inner selves. It is also considered a highly intuitive and mystical number. To calculate the numerological value of a year, you add up the digits of the year until you get a single digit or a master number. For example, to calculate the numerological value of 2023, you would add 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3, and you get 7. Therefore, the numerological value of the year 2023 is 7. How does a number 7 year influence and affect our partnerships? A number 7 year has highly introspective and spiritual energies, and this suggests that marriages in 2023 may be influenced by a desire for deeper connection and understanding. People may be more inclined to seek out meaningful relationships that are based on shared values and beliefs. However, the number 7 is also associated with analysis and introspection, and which could lead to some challenges in some partnerships. People may be more inclined to overthink and analyze their marriage, which could lead to a sense of detachment or distance. On a positive note, the number 7 is also associated with intuition and spiritual growth, and this suggests that people may be more in tune with their own needs and desires, which could lead to a more authentic and fulfilling relationships. Overall, the year 2023 may be a time of introspection and growth in partnerships. People may be more inclined to seek out deeper connections and meaningful relationships, but may also need to be mindful of overthinking and analysis. May is the 5th month of the year, and the number 5 is associated with change, adventure, and freedom. It encourages us to seek out new experiences and take risks, and can bring a sense of excitement and energy to our lives. In the context of marriages, a month with a value of 5 can be a time of growth and exploration. It can encourage us to try new things with our partners and to be open to new experiences and ideas. It can also be a time to break free from old patterns and routines that may be holding us back in our relationships. However, the influence of the number 5 can also bring about some challenges in our partnerships. It can encourage us to be more independent and self-reliant, and that might lead to some conflicts or misunderstandings with our partners. It is important to be mindful of the impacts that our actions have on others, and to strive for a balance between our own needs and desires and of those of our partners. Overall, a month with a value of 5 can be a time of growth and exploration in our partnerships. It can encourage us to be more adventurous and open to new experience, but we must also be mindful of the potential challenges and work to maintain a balance between our own needs and desires and those of our partners. May 2023 has the value of 3. When you add the year value and the month's value together, you get 7 plus 5 is 12 and 1 plus 2 is 3. The number 3 is associated with creativity, self-expression, and communication. It encourages us to express ourselves openly and confidently, and to communicate our needs and desires in a clear and effective manner. In the context of partnerships, a month with a value of 3 can be a great time to focus on improving communication and expressing ourselves more openly and honestly with our partners. It can be a time to explore new ways of expressing ourselves and to be more creative in our interactions with others. However, the influence of the number 3 can also bring about some challenges in marriages. It can encourage us to speak our minds and express our opinions, which may lead to some conflicts and misunderstandings. So it's important to be mindful of the impact that our words and actions have on others, and to strive for a clear and effective communication that takes the feelings and needs of others into account. Overall, the month with a value of 3 can be a great time to focus on improving communication and expressing ourselves more openly in our relationships. It can encourage us to be more creative and adventurous in our interaction with others, but we must also be mindful of the potential challenges and work to maintain a balance between our own needs and desires and those of our partners. The combination of a number 7 year and a number 5 month may be a time of introspection and adventure in marriage. People may be more inclined to seek out meaningful connections that offer both stability and excitement, but they may also need to be mindful of overthinking and analysis. The combination of a year 7, month 5, and 3 can be a powerful and dynamic influence, encouraging us to balance our desire for introspection and spiritual growth with a willingness to take risks and explore new opportunities for growth and adventure. It may also encourage us to express ourselves more openly and creatively and communicate our needs and desires in a clear and confident manner. However, it is important to be mindful of the potential conflicts that may arise, and we need to work at maintaining a balance between these energies. The influence of 7, 5, and 3 combined on a relationship can be quite complex. The number 7 is associated with introspection, analysis, and spiritual growth, while the number 5 is associated with change, adventure, and freedom. The number 3 is associated with creativity, self expression, and communication. For someone with a life path number 1, which is associated with leadership, independence, and ambition, the energy of a number 3 month may encourage you to express yourself more freely and creatively in your partnerships. You may feel a strong desire to pursue your own interests and passions, which could create some tension in your relationships if your partner does not share the same passions. It is important to communicate openly and honestly with your loved ones during this time. For someone with a life path number 2, which is associated with harmony, balance, and cooperation, the energy of the number 3 month may bring a sense of playfulness and lightheartedness to your marriage. You may find yourself more willing to engage in playful banter or express your affection in creative ways. However, the emotional ups and downs of this number may be challenging for you, so it's important to take time for self care and emotional grounding. For someone with a life path number 3, which is associated with creativity, self expression, and communication, the energy of the number 3 month is amplified for you during this month. You may feel a strong desire to self expression and creativity in your partnerships, but be mindful of the possible emotional turmoil. Focus on communicating openly and clearly with your loved ones and allow yourself to have fun and be playful. For someone with a life path number 4, which is associated with stability, practicality, and hard work, the energy of the number 3 months may be challenging for you as a life path 4 because it can be unpredictable and chaotic at times. You may find yourself struggling to adapt to the changing circumstances in your marriage. It is important to stay grounded and focused during this month and to communicate you openly with your loved ones about your needs and boundaries. For someone with a life path number 5, which is associated with change, adventure, and freedom, the energy of the month number 5 may feel very familiar to you, as you are already comfortable with change and adventure. You may feel a strong desire to explore new experiences and partnerships during this time, but watch out for the potential of emotional volatility. Communicate openly with your loved ones about your intentions and stay true to your values. For someone with a life path number 6, which is associated with harmony, balance, and nurturing, the energy of a number 3 may bring a sense of playfulness and creativity to your partnerships, which can be a welcome change to the more serious energy of your life path number. However, you may also feel challenged by the emotional ups and downs of this number. Focus on communicating openly with your loved ones and taking time for self-care. Someone with a life path number 7, which is associated with spirituality, intuition, and introspection, the energy of the number 3 may be challenging for you, as it can feel unpredictable and messy at times. You may need to balance your desire for introspection and spirituality with a willingness to connect deeply with others and communicate open and honestly. It is important to stay grounded and mindful and focused during this time and to communicate clearly with your loved ones about your needs and desires. For someone with a life path number 8, which is associated with power, success, and material abundance, the energy of the number 3 will bring some well needed playfulness and creativity to your partnerships. But be aware of the potential for an emotional roller coaster. Focus on communicating clearly and honestly with your loved ones and stay true to your values. For someone with a life path number 9, which is associated with compassion, generosity, and humanitarian, for someone with a life path number 9, which is associated with compassion, generosity, and the promotion of human welfare, the energy of number 3 may encourage you to express yourself more freely and creatively in your marriage. You may feel a strong desire to pursue your own interests and passions, which could create some tension in your marriage if the other half does not share the same passions. It is important to communicate openly and honestly with your partner during this time. For someone with a life path number 11, which is a master number, it's associated with spiritual enlightenment and intuition and introspection, inspiration. For someone with a life path number 11, which is a master number and associated with spiritual enlightenment, intuition, and inspiration, this combination of numbers may bring about some challenges and opportunities in your partnerships. The energy of the number 3 may bring some playfulness and creativity to your relationships. You may be more inclined to seek out deeper connections and meaningful partnerships that offer both stability and excitement. It is important to communicate openly and honestly with your loved ones during this time and to focus on emotional grounding and self care. For someone with a life path of number 22, which is also a master number and associated with practicality, leadership, and manifestation, this combination of numbers may bring about some challenges and opportunities in your marriage. The energy of number 3 may be challenging for you as a life path 22 or 4, as it can feel unpredictable and chaotic at times. You may be more willing to take risks and explore new opportunities for growth and adventure. It is important to stay grounded and focused during this time, and you may be more inclined to communicate your needs and desires in a clear and confident manner. And you may also be open to exploring new ways of expressing yourself. Life path number 33, which also is a master number, is associated with compassion, creativity, and spiritual alignment. The energy of the number 3 may amplify your natural creativity and emotional sensitivity, which can be both a gift and a challenge in your partnerships. You may feel a strong desire to express yourself more freely and pursue your passions, but be mindful of the potential for emotional volatility. Focus on communicating openly with your loved ones and take time for self care.